Good evening, everybody. I hope you're all well. Welcome back with another live show on the channel. We are doing the match review and a player rating show from yesterday's 1-1 draw, but win 4-3 on penalties against Nottingham Forest at the City Ground. And we have booked our place in the third round of the FA Cup, which we are taking on AFC Wimbledon in the third round. I mean, it's still not a great performance, still again, but we've got through again somehow. And there you go. And of course, I've got Mason as usual, who's calls to the channel, and I've got John as well, and Tony as well. How are you doing?
Yeah, not too bad, mate. Not too bad.
Good,
not
good.
too bad. Not too bad at all. Just got back
Apart
half
from
past
the
one
shitty
yesterday.
transfer window that we're under.
Yeah, I think everyone's pretty much sick to the back teeth of it now. But anyway, guys, if you enjoyed tonight, give us the thumbs up. That does keep us up those search results on YouTube. So remember to do is hit the likes. Please, of course, if you are brand new to the channel, if you're not yet subscribed and you enjoy what goes on week in, week out, hit that subscribe button, free to do so. And it does help make the channel grow. And of course, do hit the bell notification. It does let you know whenever we are live or when there's a pre-recorded video that's been uploaded as well. So make sure you do hit that bell so you make sure you don't miss anything that goes on the channel week in, week out. If you want to give a donation, feel free to do so. If you want to become a member, it's 99p. Hit the join button to become a member, and you'll be put into a prize draw we do on the channel as well. So there you are. And remember, this has been shared to John's channel, John Sinclair TV, and of course, Tony's channel, It's All Black and White TV. We'll just name it in the comments. Come on, Pete, chop you later. We were just having a chat backstage. But I hope you're keeping well, Jason.
Hey, Jason.
Why is the long shake your thumbnail? I just put it on because he scored the winning penalty, I suppose. Even Tony just said it. Good evening, people. Hope everyone's doing well. God bless you all. Hope you're well, Alfie. Hey, four top looks. Cheers, cheers, Jason. And Beer with his Miggy on fire thingy.
Bless up, line.
Just there you go. But let's get it.
Yeah, who's that on your profile, by the way?
I can't tell who it is.
Darren Eels. Isn't it? Put it up, Pete.
No, it's bloody Harold from Newcastle.
Oh, Harold from Newcastle.
Oh God.
Okay, now that's a blast from the past, isn't it?
Yeah, Harold Bishop. There you
Harold
are.
Bishop.
Well, let's get into it, John. I mean, of course, you were down. You were there yesterday. I mean, the team lineup came out, and you just show that we were going to go strong. Of course, we kept a lot of players. We kept a lot of the first team players. Of course, Pope was in goal. The back four, of course, we saw Trippier come in. Lewis Hall had to come in as well. We kept the two centre backs the same. Midfield, it was a return for you know who, and I've got to say, what a miss he has been to Gnarly. Absolutely, what a miss as well. It was great to see Willock come back in as well. Just a massive shame he pulled up again, unfortunately, and that was gut-wrenching once again. Barnes started, who I thought did very well. Miggy got a start as well, who did pretty well yesterday. Isak started, kept it in, which I would have liked to have seen Oscar player.
Yes, I'm on the stream. Yeah. Sorry, Mum. Have it a minute. Sorry, Pete. I'm still here.
No, that's fine, John. Isak could start yesterday, even though I would like to have seen Osula start. But I was very disappointed with Isak. I mean, John, the lineup, I mean, it could show we were going to go for it.
Yeah, I mean, hi again, guys in the chat and the guys in the room as well. I do apologise there. Yeah, I mean, look, Eddie's gone for a strong lineup as well. I thought there's a positive one, which I'd like to see, because we want to go for the trophy this season. We want to go all the way. But we look at that squad. I did expect us to get somewhere out of the game. I wanted to win that game because I was confident going to win that game going into it. But we started well, scored after 18 seconds from Willock after a shot from Isak. Keeper, he pounded it to Willock is the right place at the right time and tapped home for about 5 yards out. But he was to go after injured yet again. And then Tonali should have scored a couple minutes after that. But he made a great save, maybe because of lack of fitness as well. And then after that, we just lacked pace. Defensive wasn't right. There was huge gaps between the players when Forest passed the ball, because they had a couple of chances as well, but there were poor misses as well, far over the bar and wide. And a decent team, Pete. I'll tell you what, we would have problems. But the back four, I thought Kraft and Burn played really, really well. At the back, defended well. I think they put drops as well.
Tony. Fuck's sake. Oh, Tony.
Oh God. I mean, I've got to say, I thought our defense looked a bit shaky at times. I've got to admit.
Yeah, no, I thought they did, Pete. I thought they did. I feel our defense a bit of time on greats, but when it came to it for the back, when it came to like, when it really, 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 really happened, when it needed to be done, I thought Burn would be disappointed when the ball went through and went for the equaliser, first scored the equalising goal. I think Burn could have done a lot better. I thought Emil Kraft handled the physicality really well with Roman Yini as well, and he was so assured at the back. I thought Trippier did all right. I thought he linked up well with Tonali. I thought he's good. He was hooked after an hour.
Fucking hell, Brian.
Go on, I'm going to try and carry on.
Oh, Brian, man, honestly.
Brian, man. Big up Richard, by the way. He's a big United fan, by the way.
6 Pete Johnston is ready.
John. Whoa.
No, I said Richard's a big United fan. So he's just coming and say hello to us.
What was
it? He's my friend. He's my mate.
Ten Hag, isn't it? John, for a moment, I thought was the last lesson you to go. Oh, Jesus. Oh,
down the basement for a bit of kinky time.
Hey.
Good evening, Lee. Hope you're well as well.
But I'll carry on. I've got to. Sorry, I'll be quick. Yeah, I mean, look, I thought midfield Tonali gave us a bit of energy, which we badly missed on. He's my man in the match as well. It's great to see him back. Yeah, he should have scored, but other than that, he's a huge asset. His pace, his recovery runs was amazing. Willock, unfortunately, I was to go off again with a thigh injury as well. What we're going to do with him, I have no idea. And then I thought Miggy did okay. I'm not going to lie, he did all right. I mean, he was just busy performance. I thought he looked sharp, and you know what I mean. And then Harvey Barnes, I thought he did well. I mean, he had a shot second half, which triggered past the post. Could have done slightly better, but saying that, I think he did all right. And then Isak, he had a shot which Miguel saved. But other than that, the game was too much for him. I'm not going to lie. But
it was. I mean, his touches were well off for me yesterday. I don't know what went wrong there.
I don't know what's happened to Isak at the minute. Like, I know he's 3 games in, right? I mean, I'm not going to cost him or anything like that. But at the end of the day, right, strikers goes through some bad forms. And if you think about it, but I thought second half, I thought the subs came on. Livramento did all right. I mean, crucial interceptions were. And he was unlucky when he did a cut back. Longstaff should have scored. First, he should have scored. I can't lie. It was a brilliant cutback. But scored a winning penalty, put us through. Anthony Gordon had a good few openings and the keeper made a good save from him. And look, again, Pete, I mean, we got through, but if you look at the overall performance, I'm not going to lie, but I just don't think it's a great performance, mate. Again, I mean, that's 3 games gone, right? I've yet to see the X Factor, and I've not seen that X Factor yet from our team, Pete. And that needs to be sorted out by the time we play Tottenham Hotspur on Sunday.
Yeah,
that's not going to be easy. And
it's not.
And we need to get a player or 2 coming in, but I don't know if they're going to get them, Pete. I mean, that's the thing. If that's who we're going to go with, that is a top 8 team, not a top 6 team. That's a top 8 team, yeah? But something needs to happen, yeah? I'm sure we're going to get to later on. But if you give us the game itself, I have to give it a 5 or 6 out of 10 because we need to do better, Pete. I mean, look, don't let this win fool us, right? Don't let that win fool us. Yeah, people's going to say it's a win's a win. Let's not talk about it. But we need to do much better. We need to fix up because we've been very lucky at the minute. We should have lost to Bournemouth. We struggled to beat Southampton with 10 men. And last night, if us had the shooting boots on, guess what? We would have won that game. It's as simple as that. But we drew last night, technically, but won on penalties. I'm happy at that. But they need to fix up. I mean, I'll show you about Eddie Howe later on.
Yeah. I mean, as well, John, Joe Linton was well off his game again.
Yeah, I was going to come on to Joe as well. Mr. Magdala, he was poor. I'm not going to lie. I thought stopping possessions yet again, caught out again. He needs to cut that out very, very quickly. Get that ball, win it, and give it. That's all you have to do. Do the simple things right. I still yet see the best of Joe this season. I'm not going to lie. Okay, he had a good game against Southampton. Yeah, but at the end of the day, I don't want to flip and flop on this guy. I don't want to say 1 week is excellent and then the following week he was poor. It made me look like an idiot. Do you know what I mean? He's got to do it week in, week out. Do you know what I mean? But at the end of the day, no one has been dropped by the Brazilian national team. No disrespect. But at the end of the day, I love him, but he's got to cut all the sloppiness out every single time. Otherwise, what will happen is, right, I'll be flipping and flopping about this guy, and it's not going to look good on him. He needs to be back to his best on Sunday, and I hope he does.
Got to be, surely, John. But Mason, the return of Sandro Tonali was just incredible.
Yeah.
It was.
I agree. Tonali, come.
It was. I think if he had have scored that, if he had took that chance and obviously scored from it, I think we would have won that game 2-1 last night.
Oh, he could have done. He was very unlucky not to score that.
He was friggin' immense, and I just want to congratulate Newcastle United on winning the Portland Derby, by the way. But yeah, I think Tonali was immense last night. Absolutely immense.
Yeah. I mean, Tony, he's been a big miss. Tonali, look how brilliant he was yesterday.
No, he was fantastic last night, Pete. First half as well. I mean,
yeah,
we saw what we've missed. His pass to Almiron and then Almiron across to Isak. Goalkeeper made a mess of that, really. But thankfully he did, and it fell in the path of Willock, who was there to put in the back of the net. Willock going off, I mean, look, I've seen people saying he's injury prone, but look, to be fair, it wasn't his fault. It was more like a dead leg he had. I
hope it's okay because I'm worried.
I think
about
it will be. I think it was because our player went in on him when he was defending because he got back to defend. I'm hoping he's fine for Sunday. I don't think it's going to be anything serious. It doesn't look serious. And look, it looks great to have Willock back. And because we didn't have Longstaff starting that game, our midfield looked a hell of a lot better.
Certainly did.
Obviously, Bruno had to come on because obviously Willock went off. But even then, we looked better, you know. Obviously, Tonali had to come off after 60 minutes because he hasn't played any games. So, you know.
Well, no, he hasn't. Plus, he's going to be needed for Sunday. I believe he starts on Sunday as well.
I think he will. I mean, look, considering he's been out for 10 months, to come back and play like that.
It was incredible. You know, he was very unlucky not to score.
But he's always been a classy player anyway. I've always liked Tonali. And when we got him last season, I was like, well over the moon when we signed him. Because I didn't expect to see that signing come through the door. But look, I mean, look, we played well. We got the first 12 minutes out the way or whatever, 15 minutes, and then we sort of just sat off, and then Forrest started playing. Their keeper pulled off some good saves, considering he's making his debut, and he's come from Brazil, so it's his first time. I mean, you could say it's like a Premier League game because it's two Premier League teams. 6'8", he's an absolute unit in goal, an absolute unit. And I was quite impressed with that keeper last night. I thought he made some cracking saves, let's be honest.
He did, to be fair.
And I know we saw the team who Jack Grealish playing for Forest as well, you know. Because when you can buy Jack Grealish off Teemu, you end up with Jota Silva from Portugal. And because he wore his socks like Grealish does, and he's got the hair, hasn't he, with the hairband in. But look, his goal, let's be honest. Okay, could we have defended better for the throw-in? Yeah, maybe. But look, take nothing away from the strike. He hit that as sweet as a nut. And, you know, no keeper saving that. No keeper in the world is saving that. You can have the best keeper in the world between the sticks and he's getting nowhere near it.
It's a cracking goal. But who's picking him up?
That's the thing. Nobody was. Martin had a free shot. And then Forest were on the attack. And I thought Forest played quite well last night. And they were the better team than us at times.
Although there was a bit of questions being asked about this. Should this have stood due to a possible foul throw?
Well, I thought there was a few foul throws in that game, and not just that one, but
yeah,
there was
yeah.
few. But the referee didn't pick up on them, so and these assistants didn't. So,
I don't know.
but look,
You want to hear a moment from yesterday?
Go on.
36. Sean Longstaff, local lad. Come on, Sean. Come on. Son.
Yeah, I heard that.
Yes, get in there. What it, son? Come on.
Yeah.
I couldn't stop laughing this morning, like when I seen that.
now there's
By the way,
the
he's
thing.
done one on Sunday, folks. Falkland's done
Yeah.
one on Sunday, folks.
But yeah, I mean, look, no, we didn't play our best last night. We scraped again. We scraped. We are miles off. We are miles off at the moment. You know, like I said, we have scraped against Southampton. We scraped that 3 points. Let's be honest. Southampton could have quite easily equalised in that game, and if it ended as a draw, you wouldn't have had no complaints because we were not the greatest. We were not the best that day, but we ground out that win. We were lucky against Bournemouth because their second goal should have stood, and we got lucky with VAR, so we escaped with a draw. Last night, I thought, right, okay, let's put the wrongs of Sunday to pasture, and let's go out there and show what we can do. And again, we started off well, but after that, we dropped off again. And what's happened? We've ended up scraping this game as well, having to go through penalties to win it. So look, we are not playing our best at the moment. Maybe we've been found out now. You know, this is Eddie Howe's third season now. Maybe we've been found out well and truly. Because last season, Almiron was found out from the season before when he was having his goal of the month competition. Last season, 2 players were on Almiron because they said as soon as he shifts the ball from his right foot to his left foot, get on him and he can't get a shot in. And that's exactly what they were doing. And they stifled him last season. Now, I thought he had a good game last night, Miggy. But was he putting himself in the shop window? You know, because the rumours of Fulham. So was he doing that to say to Fulham, look, I'm here for you if you want me. But who knows? But look, it wasn't the greatest display last night. And as I say, we got through. Great determination. We scraped it because, let's be honest, Forest could easily have scored a second. And if they'd scored a second, you would have said, you know what? They were the better team because we weren't playing that well at the time. I went, look, penalties are a lottery. And that guy in goal just looked absolutely huge, you know. And as I say, we were talking to John backstage, and I said to John, because obviously you were at the game, 6'8", he looks like a man mountain. I mean, look, they paid £3.4 million for this guy, right? And that's a steal. And if Foxy's in the chat tonight, I'd like to hear Foxy's view on Carlos Miguel as well, if he's in the chat, but I don't know if he is. But the thing is, with Carlos Miguel, I looked at that and I'm thinking, he's a 25-year-old keeper, so they've brought him, you know, a youngish keeper in as such. Why aren't we doing this? Why aren't we going to South America? I mean, Brazil's second keeper, Bento, is a hell of a keeper. You get him for a few million quid. But again, we don't seem to go for these keepers. We'd rather bring a 37-year-old in who's at League One standard because he got relegated from the Championship with Birmingham City last season. We bring Vlachodimos and the players in because we want a bit of tease me, you know, I want a rendition of that. And he was put off for Forest. Now that's a PSR thing. We're trying to ship him off now on loan, you know. And I would like to get some of these. Why aren't we looking at keepers? I mean, Bia's just said Bento's moved. Well, that's fair enough, Bia. But what I'm saying is,
Saudi.
Why can't we go to these leagues in South America and pick up these players, you know? I mean, there's a young lad at the minute who is playing really, really well. And look, he plays for Rosario Central, Argentina. And I think he's a really, really good player. And he's an up-and-coming player. And I think in time, he will be a target of big clubs. Let's be honest. So if anybody hasn't seen him, you know, he's one to really watch out for. He's called Juan Jimenez. He's 18 years of age. He's a right-sided centre-back, which is what we need. You'd get him for probably under £1 million at the moment. He would be a low-risk signing, but you could also... He's first-team ready because he's playing for the first team over there. If I just bring up some little stats on him, I'll just give you some quick stats on this guy. Right, let me get this up and I'll tell you exactly.
I'm just going to more comments.
Yeah, you go through some comments while I get this up, mate.
John, how do you like 19-year-old John Ruddy as our goalkeeper number 2? Because the Bradford's out at the moment. Was it because Easton's a Curry's number 36 here of the night? X Factor won't be on till Christmas. Breaking news: the Forest killed a duck on the River Trent. Oh, it's not a win; it's a draw. It's because we are going backwards. If we say nobody tomorrow, I've already said how we'll be sacked this season.
There's another defender. Sorry, Piz. Another defender quickly. Right, we could have gone for called Lutzatuel Getruda for Feyenoord. Right, it's just joined Leipzig for 25 million euros, around 22 million quid.
Good evening.
Because they wanted to get Antonio Silva, and Benfica said he got no chance.
There you are. Good evening, lads. Hope you're well, Gary. Lewis Hall was crap as well. Some of his touches were off again, and his passing were a little bit off for me as well. We got a Pete Gifted one has donated a membership, and that's gone to John Taylor. Thank you so much, Pete, for that. Really, really appreciate that. Willer looks on fire. He's spot on. Do you know what, John? There was a lot of us, some of us fans were saying, we should have looked to have sold Willock. I've said to myself, no, I don't want to sell Willock. Fully fit Willock, look what he can do. Just a shame it was an injury that had to close him off. But look at the way Willock can drive with the ball.
I totally agree with you, Pete. When he came out, it's great to see him back and starting as well. And that's what we missed. So I was going to get the ball, take on the players, drive the ball in, and then look for a pass here and there and making a late run score goal as well. This guy, I tell you, if he's match fit, this guy's an asset. Do you know what I mean? He's an asset. And when he was taken off, right, we lost our shape, completely lost the shape.
Willock's been a bit of a miss as well. I'm going to point that out.
It has. And this James Spence, right, he's supposed to be a super fitness coach, yeah? And, makes things better. Well, I hope that he's not too bad. But if not, it doesn't look good. But I hope it doesn't look good.
He looked absolutely devastated when he had to come off.
I think it could be about 3-4 games out then.
We'll wait and see. He had to have an ice pack sent out through the rest of the game. Hopefully, he might ease the pain, but we'll wait and see. We'll get more on that.
I've got a bit of breaking news from Leicester.
Go on.
They've signed attacking midfielder Bilal El Kanous from Genk for 19 million on a 4-year deal.
See what I mean? They do their business very quickly. All the clubs do their business, identify a player, how much, pay the money. Simple as that. Here we are. We chase a player for a whole month, yeah? 4 bids, not back. And here we go, back to square one. What's wrong with transfer policy?
Are we signing tomorrow, Mr. Bean or Dumb and Dumbass, Cicely? I want to see it, John, with a Grealish hairdo. Oh, God.
We might saying that. We might sign Gui in 7 years' time. You never know. We're still waiting for Bastos to come to the door and Hamza Chowdhury. So,
I did hear in the Newtown Abbey movie, apparently on page 3, it says accidental one night in your bed with Maggie Smith in a god of shit.
Let's see.
If you're just saying hello to each other in the chat. Bento moved early in the window. Yes, he did. Froxy paged him last night. He did. I'm worried about Newcastle, says Colton. Do you know what? A lot of us fans are. We will not keep our best 11 fit all season. People can say it's a negative view, but I say it's realistic.
Absolutely, mate.
Absolutely. Good point there. Oh, God. Even Brian's just come out with a Hamza Chowdhury. Not sure. Can we pay the 800k loan fee? He's a good player, that Chinese football. Oh, no. I'm not going to say it.
No.
Oh, no.
That was a naughty word there, Pete, was there?
Yes, it was. Tridini on Talksport with Alex Cruz said he thinks game moves tomorrow. We should. Well, Palace have bunked up the price to 75 million. Just walk away, for God's sake.
But what's to
It's
say
like-
we
Just
don't
said that
go in with
now, yeah.
75 million and then he puts it up to 80 million? Parish is
Jesus.
playing games. Parish is playing games.
Paris is an absolute fraud.
This is why you do not buy fellow Premier League players, because it is not worth the money. I'm sorry, it's not
Yeah.
worth the money. We could have gone and got
Yeah.
Antonio Silva for 50 million quid maybe. Now he's off to Leipzig, right? Because he's the replacement for Simikin, who we should have been all over. But again, we won't be. And the problem is, right? The problem is we don't go out and get these players in. So he's off to Saudi at 24 years of age, Simikin. I don't know why he's going to Saudi at the age of 24. I'm sorry. Yes, there may be a lot of lolly involved, but at the end of the day, that's why you shouldn't do business with fellow Premier League clubs. You go abroad. A lot of teams go abroad and get players. Why do you think there's not a lot of movement between Premier League clubs? Because only Chelsea are stupid enough to go and pay fees like 54 million for a packet of cheese strings, from Pedro Neto. But look, this Juan Jimenez, anyway, I've got his stats here. So the last game he played was the 26th of August. So that was just a couple of days ago. 3 days ago to be. And he came on for a substitute appearance. He took over from Carlos Quintana. So he was on the pitch for 12 minutes. Okay, bearing in mind this guy's only 18 years of age and he's 6 foot as well. So he played 12 minutes. He scored 1 goal in that 12 minutes. He made 1 clearance. He lost possession twice. He had 5 touches of the ball. 1 out of 2 passes was accurate, so give him a 50% pass accuracy. He had 1 out of 2 long balls accurate. He had 1 shot on target, which is what he obviously scored with. Now that's just one of the games. If I look at another game here, when they lost to Independiente, he played the full 90 minutes. He made 1 clearance, 1 block shot, 2 interceptions, total of 2 tackles. He dribbled past once. He won 4 out of 7 ground duels, 2 out of 7 aerial duels. He lost possession 10 times. He was fouled. He made 2 fouls. He got fouled once. He had 55 touches of the ball. 32 out of 40 passes were accurate, so made him 80% pass rate. 6 out of 11 long balls were accurate. And his 1 dribble attempt as well was successful. This lad is 18 years of age. This lad has got a long way to go. And overall, he's scoring, right? So he started 6 out of 7 games. He's got 1 goal and he's got 1 assist as well. So as a defender, I mean, look, he's expected XG is basically 1 goal and he's already exceeded that. Same with his assists as well. And he scored that with his left foot. And this is a right-sided centre-back because he's, and he's right-footed. But look, and he's defended. He's been part of a team that's kept 1 clean sheet because only that season's not long started. His ball recoveries per game, yeah, it's okay. It's a little low, 3.4, but, he's only 18, remember. Clearances per game, he makes 4 clearances per game. He's committed 1 penalty. Again, 18-year-old. Sometimes it can be a rash tackle. No errors that led to a shot. No errors that led to a goal. Successful dribbles is 83%. He wins 69% of his ground duels, 48% of his aerial duels. And he's had 2 yellow cards in them games. Obviously there's a lot of work there on the lad, but I tell you what, that lad will get better and better. And, the last Argentinian we had in centre-half wasn't too bad, Mr. Colaccini. But look, look, they're the type of players we should be going in for. Get them early. Get them now. This lad's contract runs out the 31st December 2025. So he's got about 14 months left on his deal, 15 months left. This is a perfect time. I mean, SofaScore have got him down as a transfer price of £380,000. If you went there and said, look, we'll give you 750 grand for him, you bring him in. Okay, you might not start straight away in the Premier League, but you have him on the bench and you bring him on and just get him used to the pace of the Premier League. We could have a real gem on our hands because this lad is going to get better. And I read up about him and I watched some highlights and that. from and I thought this lad looks really, really good, and he's going to be the type of player in years to come. Somebody's going to snap him up. I mean, look, give us your thoughts, guys. I mean,
we should be looking for players. Yeah,
we should look for the best players in the world, the best young players of talent as well. But unfortunately, right, we know Eddie's just want English-based players. I spoke to someone yesterday, right, and he goes, "Excuse me, why are you having a go at Eddie because you're a English-based? You don't get players abroad." I said, "Not having a go at him. I'm just saying that it'd be nice to get some European players come through the door as well, not just English-based players. Do you know what I mean?" So
that's it,
and that's the thing, Pete. But Tony is right. We should be going around for all over the world. Do you know what I mean? So
yeah, we should be.
Something needs to happen.
Yeah. Good evening, Martin. Hope you're well. Great player, Willock, but no good. Injured all the time. I know it's just these injuries picked up are quite regular. How many games does Willock fit in a season? It's not many at the moment. I can see us no signs before the end of the window. Played 3 out of 15 games last season, says Colton. Yes, he did. Hello, Johnny Sinclair. I hear you're going to take up knitting. Yeah, totally agree about Willock. Had to change the game when we lost him. Or Baxter, and hopefully he is. Absolutely. Great stream as always, Pete. Cheers, Pete. Baz Doss is a free agent. Good grief. Paddy James Ward-Prowse probably going to Forest.
Yeah.
What do you think about Mason supporting Swansea more than the Toon?
Well, I think he's got red in him as well, to be fair. But
John, that's you.
Yeah, that's not
what's
me.
What's this now?
Well, there you go. That's that lady knitting. I took a video of that last night.
Yes. Oh my God.
I think she's knitting a willy warmer.
Victor Osimhen has rejected Chelsea and agreed to join Al Hilal. Anyone surprised?
That looks a bit small for me, though.
Yeah. If we have this 70 million, why not get a right winger for around 40 to 50, then the remaining 20, 30 on the centre back? Great point there, Jason. Hello, lads. I'd actually take Chowdhury at this point. Good grief. There's also, and I'm not reading that. Never do business with Palace again. No way.
No way. Definitely
Parish
not.
is an absolute.
Do you know what I would say? Walk away from this deal, and this might sound harsh to a lot of people, and they might think I'm being harsh, yeah? Walk away from it. Let Gay rot at Palace. Let him rot. I'm sorry. Let him rot. Hoping that he has a shit season, and I don't mean that nastily. Have a shit season for Palace, because next year he won't even be worth anywhere near 30 million.
Absolutely.
And then I'll tell you what, then people might start getting on the backs of Parish and saying, well, why didn't you take the bloody money last summer? So, do you know what? Good luck, Crystal Palace. Good luck.
And Palace have lost.
Because I hope you get relegated.
Palace have lost both the opening games of the season as well, and he's not had a good start for them this season. We should walk from Palace. There's better players out there.
Can I just say something? Yeah, I've seen the day from some journalists here, there saying that the deal's getting close. This is from one side, and then the other side saying the deal's off. Make your fucking mind up, because it's doing my bastard head. Seriously, make your fucking mind up. That's
there you go. There you are.
Fact.
Which will be his downfall. Good evening. I might be stupid here, but surely we can't let a Saudi club who we are owned by, to my knowledge, take a player who we want. No, I don't think we're allowed to. I, Peter Mason, John and all. There's a good 442 video on why we want Gay.
Well, there's a guy on Twitter a journalist called Alan Nixon. Now,
good evening, Julie.
According to him, Newcastle are set to make a new offer for Trafford, as Greek keeper is set for a quick exit.
We don't need a
goalkeeper.
This is really annoying me. This is annoying me.
We don't need another keeper, Charlie. Mr. Peachovs.
Craig Hope or Hopeless, whichever you want to call him, or as I call him, Mr. Doom and Gloom.
There you go.
Well, he put out earlier on, this is what he put out. If anybody hasn't seen it, I'll read it to you now. Castaneted face, missing out on Eddie Howe's top target, Marquis, as tensions rise. Now he says a tension rise. Howe has all but said that Gee or no one is centre back. Unless the deal is salvaged, it's unlikely another one will arrive. I am told that Paul Mitchell would have preferred more options. Now then, To me, that sounds like there's a lot of rumblings going on in the background. Now, this is where, and look, I'm going to be honest here. People might not like what I'm going to say. And if you don't like what I'm going to say, well, I'm very sorry. But I'm trying to be a realist here. I'm trying to be realistic. I've supported this club for over 40 years. I've seen the shite times in the 80s when we were really, really shite, right? Getting relegated out of Division 1 into Division 2. Waiting for John Hall to come in and take over from that idiot of Seymour and, you know, McKeegan then, who were just ruining the club. John Hall, you know, we know what he done. Got us nearly winning the title under John Hall. We should have won that title that season. Let's be honest. And you can't blame us, Bria, for losing the title. It's the whole team as a whole, not just us, Bria. But anyway, we did well. And then obviously the club had its dark days again when it went to another owner who ran the club dry for 14 years.
Yep.
We had no outlook. It was like battling relegation. 2 relegations we had to the Championship. Thankfully, we come back up on both. But look, then we got the Saudi owners in. And we heard what their plans were. 5 to 10 year project. They want to win the trophies, be in the Champions League, winning the Premier League, winning the Cups, and eventually winning the Champions League. Now we're 3 years in. We brought Eddie Howe in. Because when we sacked Steve Bruce, who, by the way, the Saudis give him that 1,000th game because they didn't want to look bad. Because it would have been bad press had to sack Bruce on 999 games because the club would have got nothing but a load of abuse off the journalists. So allowing Bruce to have that 1,000th game then meant if he was sacked, they can't have a go at the club. Yes, okay, there was pundits coming out and, you know, media, we all heard them. Oh, but Bruce is a family man. Why have you sacked him? He's a great man. If he's a great guy, get him at your club then. Take him on at your club if he's that good of a manager. What happened? He went from us to West Brom and he nearly took them out of the Championship, but to League One, not to the Premier League. I mean, he did promise to take them out of the Championship, but they didn't think the League One. They thought of the Premier League. Then they got rid of him. But did anybody abuse West Brom for getting rid of him? No. Did anybody abuse Aston Villa fans when they were throwing cabbages at him? No. But because we threw abuse at him, we're bad fans, we're bad people, you know, and we're not. So anyway, so Eddie Howe comes in, saves a club from relegation, which is absolutely brilliant. And then we get Champions League the season after, which we didn't expect. I said, look, I'll be happy with 7th place at the time. Mm-hmm. And, and I said, I'll be happy with that. And I remember John at the time saying, but we'll get Champions League. And I'm saying, I'm keeping me head on. I'm thinking, no, I'm not going to let me head go running wild and thinking we're going to get Champions League. I'll still stick with 7th. And, and I said, if we finish, and you remember, John, I said, if we finish the Champions League, that's the bloody bonus, because my hope is that we're going to finish 7th. And I didn't want to build my hopes any higher than that. So anything higher than that was a bonus, and that's what happened.
You did.
So anyway, last season, it was a bit of a freak season, let's be honest. We had the Champions League, which we played well in. We should have got through at the next round in that one. I'm very sorry we should have. A bit of naivety, I think, from the manager there as well, against AC Milan. Because even if we'd held on for the draw, it could have been Europa League, but we ended up with nothing. We finished bottom of that table. Mm-hmm. And we had the injuries, but we finished 7th. And then you think, right, okay, we're 7th place. That's Europa Conference League. City v Man United in the final. Everybody, I put my bet down. I put a bet on my Sky bet. City wins this final, hands down. Man United's getting nowhere near that FA Cup trophy. I'm sorry. City are out for a historic double-double, and they're going to win that. Unfortunately, Man City was still on the piss, and Man United trounced them. I know it was 2-1, but Man United were the better team that day, let's be honest. Oh, yeah. So then that pushed us out of the European places because it put Man U into the Europa League. It then pushed Chelsea to the Conference League, which meant then we weren't in any European competition, which was a bit gutting at the time. I was absolutely gutted. So I thought, right, okay, no Europeans next season. That's okay. Give her a chance to have a really good go at the Premier League to try and finish in that top 4. Let's get some signings in over the summer. This is what I was thinking after that Man United game, the FA Cup final. I thought, right, let's get some decent signings in this summer. Let's hit the transfer window early, get them in for pre-season. So we've got them for the pre-season. If we have to make any late decisions to bring players in later in the window, that's fine. But get the main bulk of the players that we need now, and let's go on and, and suppress this. But the thing is, we haven't invested in this window. Yes, okay, we've brought in Lloyd Kelly, but that was on a free. We brought Vlachodimos in, who is a PSR move.
Yeah.
And we're trying to flog him now or get him on loan somewhere. So, and now we're trying to sign a defender that we've spent the last 3 weeks on, Mark Gee. And we started off at obviously 40 million, then went up to 50 and then so on and so on. So anyway, my point is, if Eddie Howe is only persistent on this one player, then why aren't the club turning around to Eddie Howe and saying, look, hang on a minute, we don't want to just put our eggs in one basket. They should have said, Paul Mitchell is a sporting director. The job of a sporting director, he buys the players. Mm-hmm. The coach, or the manager, head coach, whatever you want to call him, he does the coaching side. They do that in Chelsea. Lewis Hall came in, but we had him here anyway, but that was going to happen anyway, Lewis Hall. But we had, but it happens at Chelsea, it happens at other clubs, top European clubs do it. Real Madrid do it. But you see Ancelotti kick up the fuss that he gets a player put in there. No, he gets on with it. He coaches that player and says, right, okay, you're in this team. Let's get you coached up the highest standard. What's to say he didn't want Bellingham? But, Florentino Perez says Bellingham's coming in, regardless if you want him or not. Mm-hmm. Tough luck. You coach him. We're paying the money for him. We're paying over 100 million for him. So we want him playing. And look, I just think, is Eddie Howe too much reliant on wanting Premier League players? Is that what's holding us back here? Because there is definitely deals that we could have done abroad. Simikin, we could have had him for 42 million. We've lost out on that one. You've got a defender at Toulouse called Logan Costa. You could have got him for 23 million quid. Another one that we've probably missed out on.
On Toulouse.
So to be honest with you, what I'm saying is Eddie Howe holding our club back? Is Eddie Howe got too much say in the club, which is determined how we get these players into the club? Because the way I look at it is, are we going to get to Europe this season? Now, I'm going to be brutally honest here. I don't think we will. And I say that, that kills me to say that, because I want to see us back in that European competition, whether it's the Conference, the Europa League, or the Champions League. I want to see us in there. But because we're not strengthening, I can't see that happening. What I look at is, you look at West Ham, Brighton, okay, Chelsea, we know what they're like. They're a bit mad with money. Man United, we just signed a guard, right? Arsenal's just strengthened. Liverpool's now strengthened on the wing with Chiesa. What are we doing? Nothing. So how are we expected to finish in the top 7 this season when we're not strengthening the side? And if we get a few injuries, like Callum Wilson's out now till after the international break. So God help if Isak gets injured, because then we've got Osuna to rely on. And then you're putting a lot of weight on that lad's shoulders. If Anthony Gordon plays right wing and we'll put Barnes left wing and say Gordon gets injured, it's then Murphy or Almiron. That's what we're going into the season with. And this is what I'm saying. We have put our eggs in just one basket, and we should have spread our wings everywhere. But this is where Eddie Howe should realise, a club of our size, yes, we've got the richest owners in world football. We know that. We can't spend their money as freely as we would like to because PSR is stopping us. But what I'm saying is, and I get your thoughts on this as well. But I mean, who's to blame here? Now I've seen people blaming Mitchell, but I'm telling you now, Mitchell's not to blame because he's only been here 4 weeks. Give the guy a chance. You could blame Darren Eales, who's probably as much use as a double glazing salesman,
Con man.
or you can blame Eddie Howe as well, because if Eddie Howe doesn't want players from abroad. Now I read a report saying Eddie Howe didn't really want to have Bruno at the club, but was told that Bruno was coming in regardless back then. So look, take that as you want. I don't know. I mean, I don't know how true that is. Is that true or not? I don't know. But that was what I read. But what I'm saying is, should we just be relaxed? Should Eddie Howe spread his wings and let us go for players from abroad?
Absolutely.
Or who's having too much say here, Pete?
It's hard to say for me.
Sorry for that rant.
It could be one that we don't know. We'd like to know who it could be. It could be this person. It could be Eddie. Could it be Darren Eales? We'd like to know. Anyway, Mr. Peter was signing with Chiesa, Diamande, Chow to name a couple. Could have been an early if we were serious about it. Chow would have been a great player for. I would have loved
I
to
don't know
have
if it's true or not. Somebody's just posted. I don't know if it's a suggestion or not on Twitter. I've just seen, but the Looney Tunes just said, "Is it anything?" Shadi would. Oh, it is. It's a suggestion. I apologize. It was something about Trevor Chalobah. I thought it was happening, but any updates on Trevor Chalobah from Newcastle? But it's a suggestion. I just seen it on Twitter. So my apologies.
Okay. It's going to feel like the new year. No sign, says Lee. We're getting Rudiger and Rodrigo tomorrow, aren't we? I wish coffee. Wages. I see you have Harold Bishop. I'm just going to nip in a lot of these comments. Good evening, Gareth. Good evening, Ian. Let this left centre back guy. We could go up, but goes by the. Oh God. Hopefully that doesn't happen again. That we don't offer Dummer a new deal.
He's off to Portsmouth.
Oh well.
Good.
I don't know why the opposition would give Shelley the other players out there. I don't get why we're just putting it into one player.
I seen something in the Chronicle I had read earlier. I don't know if it's like saying that 6 suggestions were to replace Gay. In the top of my head, it was Diassi, Gomez. There was another Premier League centre back and all. Fuck's sake! I read it earlier on.
Eddie wants
the last one Bailey.
Mm-hmm. Oh well. Mm-hmm.
I probably still on mute. Did you have it? So I was on mute.
Yeah. I can hear you. I think it just went thingied a bit. It just muffled a bit.
There was the Chronicle said 6 suggestions for that if we replace Gay, and there was the lad from Leverkusen were after, the lad from Leipzig, but he's going to Saudi. Gomez, Diassi, and there was one more. I'm gonna look for it.
Okay, no worries. Eddie wants, I think that much is true, says Julie. He may have Deadwood contracts and Eddie keeping them just to waste money. And people just saying hello to each other. Willie Warmer for Johnny. Last season there was a lady reading a book. This season, lady knitting, Nottingham Forest. Sorry, like Bagui is worth 35 million max. Do you know what? I'm not going to disagree there.
No.
The ITK journals are full of shit. We don't want another goalkeeper. Sorry for caps, but we don't. Goalkeeper's not a priority. Well said, Jason. No. It's fine about the caps look as well. Goalkeeper Lacton is beginning to annoy me. It is. We need another forward, says Lee. It's revenge for trying to take Dougie Freeman. They've added his new contract to the Gay price. There you go. We do need another keeper. Gillespie, Ruddy, and Odion good enough. Dubs once out. We need a number 2. H profile is high too, says Bia. That's an interesting one Bia's come up with it.
I found you centre back. Chalobah. He's no suggestion that Newcastle should go for.
With the resources we spent on Ruddy, Macademos, and now Trevor, we should have just got Mohamedashvili.
Can I read it all out?
Go on then.
It was Chalobah, Diassi, Gomez, Simikin, Tabosa. Oh, it wasn't another Premier League defender. It was. This is the last one was Malik Chow. So I saw the suggestions. The Chronicle said.
Yeah, there's two still coming in. Darren me pal seen Gee at Newcastle Airport, didn't have a specs on, but swear it was him. You got to you lads. A great game away the lads.
Big up, you mate. Hope you're well.
Max Thompson and Jimmy Miley went on loan. Yes, they have. There was
Jimmy
no
Miley
hard
went
nonsense when we signed Botman. That got over the line. It wasn't anything like this. Absolutely.
Jimmy Miley went to the second biggest club in Wales.
Yeah. So Peter with home with truth bombs says Colton. Totally. Cavachie couldn't run an egg and spoon race. Said he couldn't. The only team we can really deal with tomorrow is Chelsea, possibly. Cabbages or a piss up in a brewery. Whatever friction is happening behind the scenes has clearly had an impact on the window. Too much finger pointing. The problems need rectifying ASAP because it's bleeding out into the fan base. Well said, Mark.
Yeah, well said, mate.
Well said,
I like Covey. If Lacademos was bought as a PSR deal for Notts first, that money is dead. Money we were never going to have to spend, says Ruffy. Yeah, absolutely it was.
Is this some sort of joke? Craig Hope's just said that Arsenal are interested in Gordon. He's just literally
give over, man.
Oh, Craig Hopeless.
And he said he's just said, yeah, Ashby's set to sign for QPR and Fraser could be also gone tomorrow.
Why is this guy giving a full history of MUFC? Why not, Ali? He's just pointing. Tony was just saying some really good points there. Seller Cup, yeah. It was always bought this window payment starting on the 1st of July. Yep. Just seen there closer to James Stafford before the window closes. We don't need a keeper. JJ, good evening. If Newcastle bid 40 million initially, and to be fair, that would be the rougher price I thought Gale would cost. I don't think they'd be wanting to insult Palace. He's realistically not worth in 40. He's not worth more than that. Definitely not just Premier League players, but relegation players. That's a good point as well, Colton. Don't think Eddie as much as says we think he does. We'd like to know what's going on. Whatever friction is happening behind the scenes, and he's wrecked. Oh, I've just read that one as well. It's the same one that was on the previous one. Take breath, Tony Long. I am sorry, lads, but Eddie needed to go. You cannot tell me Paul Mitchell, one of the best of the game, hasn't got a plan B. It's clear Eddie has said Gay on no one. We'd like to know. That's the thing. Martin, thank you so much for a $4.99 super chat. I can't become a member before one. Let me. It's fine, Martin. Don't worry about it. Thank you so much for your donation.
That team of Chelsea are playing in Switzerland just made it 2-1, and they need one more goal to put the whole aggregate to level to 3-3.
Oh, no.
So that's the blood
goal. You already got the Oscar, says Jason. Tony on a roll there. As a John, hit the like button, guys. Cheers, Martin. Please do hit the likes. On all the channels that this is on and being screen shared to as well. Really appreciate that if you could do that. I think it requires that the club and its senior officials to make a statement regarding this summer PSL removal or Stavely and transfers and get people back together for future. What is happening in the future? Absolutely, Mark. Is on the front. Troy Deeney said Mark E is definitely leaving Crystal Palace tomorrow. Not allowed to say what club. Bloody hell. Chow's not really that good, says Bia. I think he's a good player. No, don't worry about the run, Tony. It's fine. Talk Sports said Eddie was told he could have Disassi by Mitchell and Eddie only wanted Gay, and they're not changing their mind. I blame how because Mitchell is a talent. Find any wanted Gay proven.
Can I just say something there quickly, Pete? I've been really quiet for the last 15 minutes already. That go back to Tristan's comment as well. I think Eddie and Paul need to sort themselves out very quickly because I just do not think they're going to get along. They want this player. Mitchell says, I want that player. I tell you what's going to end the loggerheads if it's true. Now, we don't know what's going on beyond the top store. He's staying at the Leverkusen.
He's like, plus, anyway. I think he's got a very hefty price tag as well.
81 million.
If we go on to win the League Cup this season, I hope John says, thank you, Miggy, you pound guy. God, this passes his D-stack for the goal that's kept us in the cup. What a guy. Even in all, hope you well, Warren.
He knows I'm on about. He knows.
How the fuck do you get needles into a football ground?
Well, that is what I mentioned when I'd done the Carabao Cup draw last night. I said, how is she even getting them in the stadium? Because wouldn't that be classed as a defensive weapon? Because that's sharp. So how is she getting them in there? Obviously, she's had them in her bag, and they haven't done a bag search, have they? So that's probably all I can think of. Because
could be.
How else would you get them in there?
Exactly. Hey, Stat was in the chat. Maybe we should sign another goalkeeper. Mark might need a co-party planner.
Big up,
you may do, Alex.
It's the Friday show on Saturday this week. It's going to be Saturday with there being a transfer deadline tomorrow. Bushman says, Ian Gent, do you think Howard's taken Forrest as he can? Good question.
I think
Some
so.
people have said yes. Some people have said no. What I'd like to know is why Osila wasn't given a run out last night. Sorry, but 3 games and Isak has been poor, yet played 90 all minutes. I mean, Mason, why isn't Osila getting an opportunity?
Is it so he can get up the Eddie Howe mentality? Is he not
I'd like to
Premier
know.
League proven? Is he just in case Isak gets injured? You never know, but you see Eddie, you've seen it before when we're saying guys the Eddie Howe beds him in, likes to bed them in properly. Yeah, I don't know what's happening. Don't know what's happening. But it's going to be an interesting one to see what happens if Isak gets injured. Whether Eddie will play either Wilson or Osula.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's an interesting one because surprisingly, it's a Jason Tindall sign.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because he had him at Sheffield United.
Yeah,
it's an interesting one with Osula, but I think if it depends if you don't know what's happening. And Tony Foxy's asking, is it the Rosario Central lad?
Yes, that's the one, Foxy. Yeah.
Gary thinks it was a great run by you, Tony. Any thoughts why we haven't pushed for Mbuemo? Goal scoring, Premier League proven. He would have been a great player as well.
There's no way Brentford's letting him go. I tell you what, there was another name I threw. I mean, we got a WhatsApp group, but I threw in the group the other day, and obviously, viewers, get your thoughts in. Now, I mentioned this the other day. What about Antoine Semenyo from Brentford, right? From Bournemouth, right winger?
Definitely have him as well.
I mean, look, but the thing is, there's no way Bournemouth's letting him go. And by the way, Bournemouth have just signed Kepa Aretha Balaga today on a loan deal as well.
They have, yeah. Troy Diddy said in he's pals with Guy. He's leaving tomorrow. Could be true. Well, we'll wait and see. But I'm fed up with it. I'm fed up with it.
I'm getting sick of it now.
I've wasted so many days on this as well.
I've tried to be positive and all that, but I'm just getting sick of it now.
Yeah, Pete, thank you so much for membership. I don't know if that's a renewal, as if that's first or just a renewal, but thank you so much, Pete, and welcome aboard on members as well. Arsenal only want to strike a Tony or Isak. We know they're getting Isak.
I hope Tony gets sold tomorrow because we'll get some money off that deal.
Tony, Stato was saying, John, which centre back would you sign if you could make the call?
If I made the call, I would say Simican. I mean, he would have been 42 million. I think he would have been good for Leipzig for me. But what do you think, Alex? Would he be a good buy or would you stick to Gay? And also as well, I mean, Logan Costa. Why not get Logan Costa? Give him a punt from Toulouse. I mean, a lot of people say he's a really good player, you know?
What did Darren Neal say before this window started? It's going to be a transformative window. Well, it certainly has been, Darren Neal's. It's certainly been transformative because, we've brought in Vlachodimos in the players. We've brought in Lloyd Kelly on a free. We've brought in John Ruddy from League One on a free. So, yeah, it has been a transformative window. Oh, and we sold Minty and Anderson because of PSR.
And then, the club come out and says top 4 is their aim this season and then dies this in the window. It's a joke, says Joe Linton.
So I'll give you another name for that as well, which is not going to happen. Domandi for Sporting Lisbon. That ain't going to happen now. No way.
Can't be
going to go down, Kelly.
Can't be asked with transfers anymore, apart from I might be pleasantly surprised but not holding my breath, says Warren. Yesterday was Murphy's best game this season. Well, he didn't play yesterday. How was worked under 2 sporting directors at Newcastle. It's been reported on both occasions as friction. How may need to bite his lips and let that person get on with the job. We like to know what's happening, thingy. Apparently, the beer said to the native person, she suffers is blind, apparently. Okay.
It's just fucking
question. Do you think PIF will sell Newcastle? No.
Oh,
Stato crafted the back. Gil was disabled. It's therapy for chronic pain. Oh, well, then. Fair enough. We could have got Chalobah, Sully, Hudson for what Gee cost. 2 centre-backs in a right-wing Chalobah. For now, who's to develop as 2-footed centre-back to replace Shane Lascelles, says Rafid Great. Absolutely, we could have. Maybe your best penalty taker should be on the pitch for pens. Says, offensive weapons are clearly allowed in certain football ground. At least ginger chocolate making ones anyway. Said that he's done well for them so far this season. Scored the winner the other day, but more for the future rather than right now. Chelsea will get him, says Foxy. Enjoying on and Isak Bruno this season, lads. We don't get Champions League football. At least 2 of them are gone. I think he means, yep. Holly Berry played a full season. Australia is probably not good enough or unfit. Isak, on the other hand, is one of the best strikers in the world, but he needs to up his game. That's the problem because he's looked really off it. Would any of you take Sterling if you don't get Gay the money? Would be there for half the wages. I don't want Sterling. No.
Attitude, no.
Can't tell you me so.
Thing is, though, Pete, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do you think? Do you think the lack of transfer activity? Do you think that's making the players' minds up as well? Do you think the players are not playing as well because they're not seeing any improvements coming into the squad and are thinking, well, if we're not bringing more quality into the squad, then what is the point of us trying to up our game and win games if we're not going to finish anywhere in the top 7? So I don't know.
Is Eels picking his? Oh God, or something big chat from him about this window and top 4 false promises. Simic Tamori and Buemo Ferran Torres make it happen, says Stephen. Would like something to happen tomorrow. Gail would say he can break lines with dribbling the long balls, him and Botman forming but the fact is, we've wasted so many days trying to get it done. We should have walked away from the
3 weeks we've wasted.
Tony, if you get money from Tony moving club, it will go towards a final bid of 80 million for Gay. No point, says Keep Jason. There you are. Transformative my arse. See, John.
Big up, kid.
Says how you would have liked Logan Costa. I don't think he's ready, though. Would have needed a year to settle over a loan.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Let's just all spend all the money on Tony's mate, Harry Maguire. Good grief.
Oh, for God's sake, Harry Maguire. I don't want him anywhere near
this. This is a very slippery character.
Not me, mate.
Warren.
That's John's.
People are on the fence with Darren Eales, particularly that thing he did in the stack.
Can I ask you a question, Pete? Do you think it was swag to go in the stack and whip the fans up, knowing damn well that we haven't bought anyone yet? Do you know what I mean? Or he's just trying that too.
Yeah, a lot of people were very, very questioning on that one. The Forest fan with the knit needles is in a wheelchair. She suffers with bad anxiety. The knitting is a distracting therapy. That's if that's.
We weren't taking the piss out of her or anything, but just said, no. We didn't know. We didn't know.
We do apologize if we have said anything, but no. But if that's why she does it, then
fair play.
That's fair enough to her. How obsessions with English may backfire could well and truly do so. Still past the sell-by date.
Yeah.
My goodness, telling me this is how last season feels like a Mark Hughes at City to me. Still in ball hogs and rally passes, so big no for me. Everton has spent more money than us. How? But they're still...
Yeah.
Exactly. Slab heat. Every club seems to have this ambition window. Where's ours, says Jason. I know. Ipswich has spent more money than us. How, says Cloud.
They just spent 8 million quid yesterday on Ogbenny. So he's back in the Premier League next season, the speed merchant.
Yep. Eales makes cringe when he does that stuff like do your job and get some players in. Yep, well, good point there, Joe Linton.
The thing is, right, like I say, looking at the lack of money we've spent, I mean, Darren Eales going in the stack and whipping up the fans. Okay, it's a good thing to do. It's good PR. But where's the signings? And the thing is, what's going to happen is Darren Eales, is this going to backfire on Darren Eales? Is he going to start getting a lot of stick from the fans? And that's the thing, because I mean, look, if we don't buy anybody, should the club come out and make a statement and tell us why they haven't bought anybody and why they haven't been active in the transfer window?
They've got to come out and say something, surely.
Fans are paying good money to go and watch Newcastle United. Season ticket prices are going up, and people are paying money, and cost of living's high, and people are paying good money.
Yeah.
To not only go there, but some fans are travelling, so they're getting there. And,
absolutely.
So what's going on? Where are the signings? And that's the thing. Where are they? Madueke, we should have tied him up a few weeks ago before he scored 4 goals in 2 games. But if they're bringing Sancho in, does that then free Madueke up on a loan deal somewhere? Because you've got, if Sancho comes in, they've got Sancho, Pedro Neto, Madueke. All 3 of them can't fit in on the right wing, so one of them has to go. And you can't just get rid of Neto because you just signed him, and then you're saying Sancho. So Madueke would be the one that would have to go out the door.
Yeah. I know. I hope this is a prime marquee sign tomorrow. Hopefully, we're thinking that, Julie. I know that lad. Strange things to see at a footy game. Yep. Good evening, gents. Didn't watch a game yesterday. Dad is a West Ham fan and watched the West Ham Bournemouth tie. That was boring, says Brenny. See my name, cringe for everyone. Oh, I don't really want to see it. If Jamie Rubin Niels and Paul Mitchell show up to the game on Sunday, then they aren't going to get a very warm welcome, says Clouds. We'll look out for months, no signings. How window Ashley would be proud of how going for the England job. Fans in meltdown nightmare start anyone with positive news, lads.
Can I come back to that Cloud's comment? Mitchell won't.
Yes, Pete.
Paul Mitchell, yes, for trying his best, but the con man of Dan Eels will get shit.
Darren Tony Canny on them bottles of Prom and West and Elsie at that.
I've only had one bottle, so you're all right.
People skinning themselves and there's cost of living and people they just can't sign to play. Says Joe Linton. Hi guys, just tuned in. If we say no one, we will probably get the same lot of excuses. Well, we didn't all, we just couldn't get it over the line. So it all boils down to tomorrow, last minute bargains. All of the seasons are gone out. I'm still optimistic, still no being beat. That's good, Alan. I'm going to still be optimistic. We'll still have a good season. We'll get onto the penalty bits. I mean, I thought Tony, after Joe Linton missed it, I thought that was it for us. But they missed 2 in a row, and you've got to say the penalty from a 1 year was absolutely... that is probably one of the worst I've seen in my entire life. I wouldn't be surprised if that's ended up in Notts County's ground. That was a stinking penalty. That
it probably did fly over Meadow Lane, to be fair. But look,
he didn't look confident at all when he came up to take it.
Yeah, I mean,
even John Anderson even said this. I don't fancy him. And what happens? He went and skied it, and he went, "That was absolutely shocking."
Well, Joe Linton, when he missed his penalty, I mean, it was a good save from the keeper. And look,
I mean,
that keeper had a good game last night.
He had a good game. I didn't think it was a terrible penalty from Joe Linton.
No, it wasn't, but the keeper's just so big. I mean, again, Foxy's in the chat. What did you make a call us, Miguel, Foxy? Because I thought he had a really good game for Forest. Yeah. But look, I mean, that was a good save from... But then, obviously, Bruno stepped up, scored for us. Anthony Gordon took a pressure penalty to score for us because after Sangaré missed, he hit the crossbar.
Yep.
That when he hit the crossbar, I tell you what, that penalty reminded me of, and that was when Uribe missed his penalty against England and for Colombia when he hit the crossbar when he tried to put it in high. And that was the same thing. It looked like Uribe's penalty all over again, but this time it was Sangaré. But when Gordon scored that pressure penalty to equalise for us, I thought, wow, because that was pressure. But yeah, look, when the 1-0 took it, I thought, oh God, they've saved their best penalty taker for last, you know. Because as a striker, you expect a striker, they're good on penalties and they're going to have a go and they're going to, you know, probably score. I mean, Nick Pope couldn't get anywhere near the penalties, even though a couple of them went the right way. The best penalty out of the Forest ones has got to be Milenkovic, the defender, the centre half. I mean, look how calm and cool he took that. It sent Pope the total wrong way. You know, and I know John's always said he's a good centre half and you would love him at Newcastle, Milenkovic. But look, yeah, I mean, when a 1-0 took that penalty, God, it went over the bar. I was like, Jesus, how far does he think he's playing rugby, you know? Because in rugby, Johnny Wilkinson would have been proud of that one. Apparently, NASA got a radio message from the space station saying they've just seen a football go flying past the International Space Station because them 2 people are stuck up there, aren't they? Till 2025. So they said they saw some live football going on. And but anyway,
I've seen this one from Jab with the penalty.
That landed in the Gallant living room, rattled the butchie cage.
Yeah, you've just got a £2 donation off Michael McIntyre to you, John.
Oh wow, John.
Michael, thank you so much for the kind donation, man. Just really appreciate that. Thank you very much indeed, man.
And then Longstaff stepped up, took his penalty, took it well, scored the goal, and look,
that was it.
We're into the next round. We've got Wimbledon at Plough Lane, the good old Wombles of Wimbledon.
Yes, there you are.
And look, that'll be no easy game. Let's be honest. Plough Lane used to be our bogey ground, so let's hope. I know it's been renovated now. But look, let's go down there and win it. I think we can do.
Yeah, I believe so. But John Longstaff penalty, a lot of people were probably not thinking very confident. But you know what? He just felt so confident taking that penalty. He's like, just need to place this low. I'll say, sense the keeper the wrong way, and job was done.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, he had that chance when he placed it wide for Latino cut back and Rash should have been in. Now, if you had missed that pen, then it would have been a double whammy. But you know what? I mean, social media must think, oh, God, not 36, man, not 36 to attack the pen. But at the end of the day, he's done it and felt confident, sent the keeper the wrong way, and away it goes. So that would do his confidence a world of good. So well done to 36, match winning penalty. We move.
Yeah, John says he's Ray says he's
Thanks, Raymond. Thanks, Raymond.
Regardless of the lack of signs, I'm more concerned with a really poor start to the season. Look at our 4 points and terrible plans by Forest. Our fever us against Spurs just told we turn up. We've got to turn up on Sunday. John Anderson, my match favourite pundit, knows his stuff. John Anderson's a cracking pundit. Lads, I have got the ball in my back garden in Newcastle. Do you think I should contact Nottingham Forest to send it back by post? Except he was cool. He did let the nerves get to him. He was full of confidence and he just said, I'm placing this in. That keeper was massive. Looked like he was playing 5-a-side. Yep. Bruno's penalty was top notch. High pressure misses and wow. Credit to the others that also scored also. Joe Linton didn't look confident. It wasn't a terrible penalty, but it was a good save. So the kind of always a roller coaster right support Newcastle. Sean always scores these pens. Yes, he does actually. He hasn't missed one yet. Create hope seen on Twitter just now. How does he want another centre back if not Gay? No time moved to funds to right wing. Well, that's a bit silly, Bo. Is Craig Hope just being Mr. Doom and Gloom again? We should lay long stuff for a game or two now, maybe. Not bad business for Forest. Get rid of Lacademos to bring in Carlos Miguel for only 33.4 million. That was his release clause. Corinthians win happy. Say you what.
That's just coming here, right? I don't know why we don't get any players from South America while other clubs do that. It's baffling, man.
I know. I'm a bit puzzled as well. Well, then we'll get into the last part, and that is the player ratings now. We've gone over this show for quite a long time, actually, because we have had a lot of talked about. Well, anyway, we'll get into the player ratings now. I'll start with you, Tony, with Nick Pope.
Yeah, I thought he had a solid enough game last night. Obviously, he didn't get any other penalties to save them, but he didn't really need to save them because, one hit the ball, went over the bar. But I thought he had a steady game. I'll give him a 7.
Yeah, 7. I think couldn't have done out about the goal from there.
No, the goal was even the best keeper in the world wouldn't have saved that goal.
No, it was a good finish. But yep, 7 for Pope. Right, John. So into the back four, we'll start with Kieran Trippier.
Look, I think he was decent last night. Let's be real. I mean, look, he wasted a free kick in the first half. I think he linked up well with Tonali and Amion, so I thought he defended well. And he got some sub to a standard ovation. I'm going to give him a 7.
Fair enough, yeah. I think he did give the ball away a couple of times. He did.
Yeah,
a couple of times.
I think he did.
An 8 from Pope. Shame about his distribution. Hopefully he can still work on that. Absolutely. Right then, so we'll go to Mason. So we go into centre backs now. So Mason, starting off with Emil Kraft.
I thought he was all right last night.
It wasn't too bad.
So I'm going to give him a 7 because I thought he was solid.
But he cannot keep playing that position for too long, I'm going to say.
Yeah. If somehow we get a right centre back in tomorrow, then I think he'll be back to being on the bench. If we get a right centre back in tomorrow.
Okay, so what are we going for Kraft?
They've got to be registered by 5.
7. I've always 12 o'clock, Tony.
7.
Hey?
I've always 12 o'clock. I've always 12 o'clock tomorrow. It's usually 12 o'clock, isn't it?
If we get a centre back in, they've got to be signed before 5 p.m. though. Before on Sunday.
It's the deadline is for like games on the weekends. So it's usually 12 o'clock.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, that's for a Saturday game, I think, but for a Sunday game, I think it's 5, isn't it?
Fabrizio Romano medical and travel on Friday for Cheryl Geertrui at right back. Leipzig and medical and travel also for Mo Civic and Nasir. If all goes to plan between the agent and the club. Well, Kraft is a natural right back. Yeah. not a right centre back, but he's doing well played out of the position. So 7 for Craig. Right then, so it's me with Dan Burn, and Dan Burn did pretty well, okay for me yesterday as well. Times had to make himself look big. I really thought managed to put some good tackles in, some good blocks in as well. So 7 for me as well. For Dan Burn. Okay, we'll go back to you, Tony, with the last of the back four with Lewis Hall.
Look, I know people pull him up about his defensive capabilities, and yes, but he's only 19. He's got a lot to learn. Defensively, he needs a bit more fine tuning, but that will come in time. That will come. Don't worry about that. Going forward, he's superb. Going forward, he's quick. He's not scared to put a ball in the box. And he's not scared to have a go either and have a shot. I thought he played okay last night, Lewis Hall. I didn't think he was too bad at all. So I'm going to give him a 7.
Fair enough. 7.5 from Julie. Eddie won't chuck anyone in for Spurs anyway. Tony, they will be in the stands if anyway. Hall of 6. Some 6s and a 7 from Ray as well. Okay then. So that is the last of the... Right, we'll get into the 3 in midfield. Who should we give for John? Oh, do you know what? John, you can have the return of... There he is.
Sandro, ole.
Thank you very much indeed. Look, it's great to see him back. I mean, I thought he had a fantastic game for me. I thought, look, I'm going to give him an 8 straight away. Man of the match. What a joy to see him back. He ran his socks off for the team. Yeah, okay, he should have scored. He should have scored a goal after.
Oh, Tony's giving you to see it.
And I know I'm not going to give him a 9 or a 10 because that'd be.
Oh,
and then Tony said,
John, John, come on.
No. Listen, right? It's Nottingham Forest. It's Nottingham Forest, right? It's Nottingham Forest.
Johnson is definitely
it's Nottingham Forest. It's not Real Madrid, yeah. But listen, he ran his socks off, right? My man in the match. Yes, he missed that chance as well, which normally I'm marked down for it, which I'm afraid, but. He played, how many minutes did he play? He played 60 minutes, like 60, 65 minutes, yeah? So, man. I know you're not going to give us a red card.
Hey, come on, John.
I tell you what, I'm going to give him a 9. Man on the match.
What?
He only played 9. He only played 65 minutes.
Doesn't matter, John. He was still brilliant.
10 for Julie.
John.
I tell you what, I'll give him a 10, all right? I don't normally give people
a
10. But only because you guys in the chat forced us to give him a 10, so I'm giving him a 10. I don't listen.
Pressure's got to you, John. The pressure's got to you.
There you go.
No, I'm sorry.
Was this one, Bjorn?
10 now.
John, I've seen you in front of pre-center for the
I'll give him a 10. But
Tonali said he's got it. Yes, absolutely.
John says no gas. I say no what?
Even John says a red card. It's a 10 from me. Yes, and a red from Julie. Only please. Oh wait, John, give him a 10. He said he's no Casemiro. He has this real. Oh God! Right.
That's because I'm under pressure. I would have given him a 9, but because you guys put us under pressure, and I'll give him a 10.
Wow.
But
there you go.
10 out of 10.
What would you give him, Casemiro?
Oh God, Tonali 9-10 if he scored his chance.
I don't support United, mate. So
there you go. Right then. Right then. Next. More reds. Julie's coming out. Right then, Mason, Joe Willock, who got the goal.
John, you heard for Willock if he came on. That's what it is. I thought he was lively. He was only on first set at the time. I'm going to give him an 8.
Okay, fair enough.
I thought he was lively.
He did. He was. I'm just glad he picked that up because a fully fit Willock can give you something. It's an 8 from Bia, an 8.5, 10 plus 19 seconds, says Colton. Willockino an 8.5. Willock back to his best of 9 from Stephen. Willock 7 game change when he went off, says Ray.
Alan put a thing in about John's stream or something.
Yeah. It was a little bit. Probably Need to speak louder. Couldn't hear you talking during the match. Other than that's it. Sorry about that, but I think it might have been a noise as well.
It could be. Plus, a lot of fans. There's a lot of fans singing
around.
away.
That's the player, and also as well. Half time, I'll do my halftime talk. Music's in the background as well, so I do apologise. I'll find a quiet place next time.
No problem.
Sorry, Alan.
No problem. Okay, right. So, was it an 8 for Willock? Did you say, Mason?
Aye.
Right then, last of the midfield 3 was Joe Linton, and he was poor again for me, unfortunately. There's something not right with. I don't know what is going on at the moment with Joe Linton, but the last 2 games he's just not been himself. Hopefully, he can change that for Sunday. Obviously, is he still a great player for us? Absolutely. Hopefully, it's just a little bit of a rough patch he's going through. It wasn't as bad as Bournemouth, I've got to tell you that. But it still wasn't great, so I'm going to see a 4 for Joe Linton. 7 was a 5 from Julie. Get a wearable microphone. Let's hope this break after Spud's game gives us Willock a shooter coming back soon. Yeah, 6.5 needs to improve. It wasn't great again. I've given him a 4. Problem with Kraft is he brings Livermore down your peril playing the 2. Yeah, he was injured for 4 or 5 months. Let him get back to full fitness. Is he lacking match fitness? Because he did have that long as well. So. But it just wasn't good again for me. There's a 5 from me as well. Right then, so we go into attacking 3 now. And, who should I give Tony? Because I could give him the choice. No, do you know what? I'll give Tony Harvey Barnes.
Harvey Barnes? I mean, look. He wasn't bad. He wasn't great, but he wasn't bad.
I thought he played well. I thought he played well.
Yeah. I mean, look. He tried to score. He nearly scored near the end. Despite the Forest fans shouting Leicester reject, which they're obviously were going to anyway because Leicester and Forest
I don't think
get
we've
on.
seen the best of Barnes yet. So.
No, I think he had a fine game. And look, for me, I'm going to give him an 8.
Yes, I think an 8 he definitely deserves. Barnes an 8. There's a 1-7. There's a 7 for Cupid. Barnes an 8 from Bia. 7 from Julie. I thought he played well. Do you think you should start on Sunday? Because I think
he should do.
Do you know what I do? Because I play him left and I play going right.
Yeah, absolutely. Make sure you get John's favourite player on for a mind. The Paraguayan.
This pass was a bit off of it. Yeah, sorry, John. Yeah, I think you are going to be getting Mr. Miggy Almiron.
It's John's favourite player.
I'm not sure about that.
My favourite player.
Don't let Foxy hear you say that, man.
John's favourite player is Casemiro, man.
John dreams of Almiron when he goes to bed, don't you, John?
Hey! Casemiro. Shut up, Mason.
Yeah.
What's he saying now?
I didn't think Anthony was Paraguayan.
Right, so what are you giving him, Miggy?
I'm going straight to the point with Miggy. I'm going to give him when he came on. I'm going to give him a 6, and I'll tell you why. Because listen, I think he's been busy today. I mean, first half he did all right. Had an opportunity to make it 2, but at the end of the day, I mean, he just did his job today. Like did his job, pressing and worked hard, and without the X factor for me. So I'm going to give him a 6 today. 6 out of 10.
John, who would you rather have? John, who would you rather have, Miggy or Anthony?
Do you know what? I'd have Miggy over
Miggy all day. I'd have Miggy.
Because Anthony is just being absolutely a flop. And the fact is, Man United paid 80-odd million for him just to be an absolute shambles. I think it was Paraguayan. Has to be done surely now. PR feet on about having play bonds. Stop Bonds on a Saturday and Sunday. I would. Yates key to the goal. Apparently, Eddie's nephew is calling the shots. Oh, if he's calling the shots, then that's shocking.
Well, we need to get rid of Andy Panty.
Well, yeah, absolutely. Miggy 7 had a decent game last night. Got to give the lad credits. Hull was shite last night. Is green and concedes possession 4. He said it was a red. That's for Miggy 6 for Miggy. So by saw less potential, but yeah, it's not realised. John's tea's getting cold. Hope Miggy goes to Fulham. John Man United on Man City.
Next question, please, guys.
Eddie's nephew is not called in the shits at all. Says We'd like to know who is. We'd like to know who is calling them.
Jason, that's a prime example of that, like.
Hey, Jesus. Great to see my buddy War Sandro back last night. Some of his passes were lethal. Had to see, though, Hall and Joe Linton had poor performances and we could consider dropping them on Sunday. That's my buddy Daniel, Mr. Graham as well. Hope you keep well, my man.
You got Daniel.
The thing is, Joe Linton may have to play, unless you play Longstaff over Joe Linton on Sunday. I mean, Longstaff did okay pretty well, but Joe Linton was just... do you know, I think Joe Linton will keep playing because Joe Linton's still one of our good players. He must be just going through a little rough patch. Joe can even... Just quickly, Mason, will I just quickly read through this? Hope you're keeping well, Joe. Little late cover got me ill. Get better soon, Joe.
Well.
And our thoughts
you know that thing to not Troy Deeney seen a bit more key. That was it was he said that at 4:45 this afternoon.
All right. Most of the game, Tonali would give Miggy the ball and Miggy would lose it aside from when Miggy turned the right way and toe pokes it towards Isak. Then the Willock rebounds, says Walker, yeah. And John give Tonali a forced on him 10. We should have give Offsila 30 minutes. We should have. I don't know why. We're not. Right, last one of the starting 11. Isak and was very off for me yesterday again. Hopefully it's just a little bit of a rough patch. But some of his touches were all over the place. I don't know what is going wrong. Scored a penalty, which was good. But again, it was just his pass was disappointing for me. Just his pass was just a little bit disappointing again. Isak, a 4 for Isak, I'm going to have to give because again, some of his touches were, they just weren't there. Shimon O'Main comes this window. Can you remember where some are total window to total false, says David? Yep. Isak 4, Isak 5, not good enough at all. Miggy lost possession 10 times versus Bournemouth. Murphy lost possession 21 times. Isak dribbling like Jack Sparrow. It wasn't good yesterday at all from Isak. It's all 4 for Isak. Right, we'll get to substitutions. So it is back to you, Tony. And this one came on quite early because Willock had to go off. It was that man there.
Bruno. Oh, absolutely fantastic he was when he came on. His passion. You can see why he's captain. I mean, somebody said the other day, why is he captain? He's not a good enough captain. I'm sorry, whoever that was, you've got that totally wrong because I thought he was absolutely fantastic as captain. And last night he proved why he's a great captain. He done a tackle, which the ball went out for a throw, and he celebrated it. When he took his penalty, the way he celebrated, went up to Nick Pope and gave him the high five to say, look, the fist bump. Come on, Nicky, save a penalty for us, Popey. And the way he then ran up towards the fans and give them the, and then at the end of the game when we won it and he went to the fans and he's like this, it's like the passion's there from the guy. He's a very passionate guy. He loves Newcastle United. And for me, Bruno gets a 9 all day. Because obviously John's give top marks now to Tonali, Sandro, ole. I've got to give Bruno a 9, at least a 9. If you realize, I'll give him a 9.5.
I realised after John gave Miggy, I was supposed to give Isak to Mason, but what I'll do, I'm going to give Mason. I'll give Mason the next couple just so you can catch.
Yeah. So, if he's in,
I don't know where he's gone.
Foxy.
Give off.
Can I rate John's performance?
Oh, yeah, that's 5. A bit harsh. 5 for Bruno. Definitely not.
Woo!
Yes, Bruno set the penalty. It was on fire. Agreed, Tony. Bruno and 8 would do well, but could do more. Give Ossie that time against Wimbledon. Come on, Tony. More than one. I have a 10. Don't hit a red card. Bruno and his magic hat. There you go. Well, then I'm going to give you Mason. I'm going to give you 2 players because I skipped you. You should have had Isak.
That's either way. That's why.
Yeah. Well, then, Mason, I'll give you this one first. Livramento.
I think some of his runs were okay. Need to work on his shooting a bit more. I'll give me 6.
Fair enough. Did pretty well, and I'll also give you Anthony Gordon as well.
Same with Tino. Some of his runs are okay, but you need to work out on his shooting. But I just need to work. His shooting should have been a little bit better. So yeah, I'm going to give him a 6 as well.
Fair enough. His gears blew up. Tino was 7. Craig Hope was saying there's no time left to make bids on another target. How the hell has this happened in a Elite Football Club? Seriously shocking. Or again, is Craig Hope just playing? Is being all doom and gloom? Tino played well.
He's supposed. You know what it is, Craig Hope, right? He reckons he probably was, but
nonsense.
He used to be part of the Newcastle Academy and then he was let go. But he said, thing is, though, if this guy's supposed to be all Newcastle and he's a Newcastle fan, why is he always fucking doom and gloom then? Why? You know? And that's what I can't understand. So I sometimes call him Craig Hopeless because he is bloody hopeless at times. And it's like that Leighton Orient fan as well, Luke Edwards or Puke Edwards, whichever way you want to call him. He's another knacker, you know, who doesn't know what he's talking about, you know.
They were meant to look better going forward towards the end of the game. So absolutely. Well, we'll go back to you again. We'll actually go back to you again, Tony Longshite. 7, but that's just me. -7.
Well, he's done okay when he come on and he scored the winning penalty.
Tony, I'm going to give you.
Yeah, I thought he was all right when he came on. Didn't do too bad. And got the winning penalty, cool and calm under pressure. So I got to give him a 7.
Yeah, okay then. 5.5. Longstaff a 10 from Julie because of him took the penalty away. There you go. Right, then.
John would have given him a 20.
Right, that's all the substitutes rated. So it's back to you, John. You are right. Oh, I haven't uploaded him. I don't know why. Right, so John, you are going to get for this one the referee, Sam Allison.
I thought he had a good game last night. I'm not going to lie. I mean, he's got a few decisions right here and there. And, you know, I mean, he has a decent, I don't know what you guys think, but I thought, okay, one or two should have been fouls, but at the end of the day, he got a bookings right. I thought he's really decent, to be fair. And I'm going to give him a 7. I thought he's really decent.
Okay. 7 for the referee. Julie might have something to say about that.
I thought he's decent enough for me. I thought he did well. But I know a lot of people say things different, but yeah, 7.5. I'll go with Jason.
Yeah, much better for Longstaff. Longstaff did well in these competitions. Well, funny fact, 6 years ago, he made his debut for Newcastle against Nottingham Forest. When we lost 3-1 under Raf. Was it? No. Was it? Which game?
Yes.
Yeah. Yes, under Rafa, wasn't it?
Yeah.
There you go. Hi, lads. Humphrey from Australia. Great show. The next 24 hours will define our season. Welcome to the channel. All 3 channels. Please do
big up hi. How hope you all, mate.
Stuff was pretty good in the penalty yesterday. Deserves credit. It's laughing. Ref was crap. Ref I thought was decent. I'll give him a 7.5. He's 100 times better than Paulson. I liked him too, John.
I think he was calm as well. He didn't flush that.
Julie's giving a 2 for the ref. It was a good game. This is called as well. Back to you, Mason. Fans.
10 out of 10 as usual.
Yeah, you go.
Although I did have a Man U fan in the.
Shut up, you! You know, Mason, you speak more red than Newcastle tonight. I'm disappointed in you, Mason Ford. I'm very disappointed in you.
So 10 for the fans, Mason.
Aye.
G'day from in Australia was better in the second half and millions, says Julie. Rate the pitch and linesman too, and if you and have the time of the ball boys. Absolutely meant to think our season will be defined because what does or does not happen tomorrow, says Charles. Yeah, absolutely. Hands as always. Okay then, right, so it's back to me with the final one with Eddie Howe. It's an interesting this one because Eddie put out strong enough lineup. We start the game off well, but as soon as Willett goes off, we start to fade away. But then we get substitutions on, we start to play again. That's the problem. this is a hard one. Oh, I'm gonna say I'll probably go with a 5 for Eddie Howe because he got the lineup okay. But why are we disappearing in games for some reason? That's what I'm really questioning about. We've got to improve on Sunday, no doubt about that. So very strong. Our former medicine loves Vincent's tan bluebirds. Need to have a plan.
Newcastle's put a tweet out.
Go on then.
We are delighted to announce that Paul Dummett has returned to the club on a short-term deal until the end of the season. Welcome home, Paul.
You're
Tony,
serious?
that's
Are you serious?
No, I'm taking the piss because it's a piss take on Twitter. Well, look at Pete's face and John's face. We're like, what?
I'm thinking,
No, it's somebody
God.
taking the piss. Yeah, absolutely. But
see Bruce Wayne, how once he's scoring any, then sit back for the rest of the game.
This is weird, Pete, right? Let me find it now. Anyway, it was Magpie24 put a tweet out saying Newcastle are ready to go and make a £20 million move for James Trafford tomorrow because Vlachodimos is going to Anderlecht. And then he's deleted the tweet, so God knows. Skriniar, Milan Skriniar has rejected a move to Al Nassr.
Oh, interesting.
I would take him. I would take Skriniar.
Oh, interesting one.
But Eddie Howe won't because he's not Premier League player, is he?
It's all clickbait crap, says Joel. Yeah. Beat Spurs, and we'll forget about transfer wars. Torag. Matt Ritchie turned to the club to feature on the right wing until 2027. Hey, Jesus wept. Well, and anyways, we're going to start.
I've just seen this. Arsenal are in advance talk to say Bournemouth keeper Neto as he replaced with Aaron Ramsdale. It's just came up in the last 5 minutes.
Have they?
Wow.
Really? Wow. That's a bit of a strange one, that one. But he's a good keeper. But the thing is, Bournemouth just got Kepa as well, haven't they? Signing Trafford tomorrow is not enough. We need first-team players in the full form. Joe, I'm guessing that's for Eddie Howe. Well, we're going to start to wrap up the show now, guys. It has been a cracking show, as always. Thank you so much for coming on. Of course, Mason being co-host. Good thanks to John and Tony for joining us on tonight's show as well. Really, really appreciate that. Everyone that's popped up in the chat tonight, really, really appreciate it. And mods on the channel as well. Of course, thank you so much, as always. Really, really appreciate that. Left his cards in the dressing room. I think it's all about the referee. What was that? Would you take Cherky? Yes, I would. So we're just going to go around. John, what we got coming up on your channel?
Thanks for the song, Pete, again. I mean, I'm going to see if I can do a show tomorrow, if I can do it tomorrow. And if not, I'll be doing match day vlogs on Sunday against Tottenham. And so I'll be doing vlogs well. And I'll do the review on Monday. If you guys are feeling on Monday, have the review and probably do the Real Talk podcast show at 8 o'clock on Monday.
You go to Gator on Saturday, John, are you?
Yeah, I'm going to get up early. I'm going to get a good sleep tonight and tomorrow. And I'm going to leave about 6 o'clock and get for the Gateshead game on Saturday.
Nice
first time.
Nice
so
one.
are you going, Peters? Are you going?
Are you going as well, Mason? Are you?
I'm not sure if I'm going to go yet. So
I think I will. So yeah. So please. Also, I've done
there, John.
Yeah, doing match day vlogs as well for first
Nice
time. And
one.
also, please go to my latest match day vlog against Forest. Hit the like and subscribe if you're new. And I'm going to put the link out right now.
No problem. Tony, what we got coming up?
Tomorrow night, I'm thinking I'm doing, I don't know if to just do the final hour or hour and a half or whatever, but I'm going to do a bit of transfer deadline day tomorrow. Whether we'll sign anybody, I don't think so. But now, you never know. Miracles can happen. But, I don't know how Troy Deeney thinks Mark Gui's coming to sign here tomorrow. It's a load of shite again from Talk Shite. That channel talks more shit than comes out your own arse, but never mind. Let's be honest. It's a bit like the Sun, The Sun newspaper. It's the only paper you wipe your arse on, and there's more shit left on your arse than there is on the paper. So, look, Or should I say more shit on the paper than there is in your arse? But yeah, look, yeah, so that's what I've got coming up in the pre-match show on Sunday as well for the Spuds game. So do join me for that. Last night's pre-match show went really well. I got over 720 views on that one.
Well, nice one.
Obviously, there was other channels doing the draw last night, so I got 400 odd views for that. So thank you very much. And gained about five new subscribers yesterday from the pre-match show, which was absolutely fantastic.
Well done,
so thank you to. So I just want to say thank you to people who do subscribe to the channel. It really does mean a lot. And if you are new to my channel, it's all Black and White TV, which is there behind me. I am stream sharing this. If you want to smash the likes on that and have a look at my videos, smash the likes on them. And if you're new, do smash that subscribe as well. Helps the channel grow. And so, yeah, absolutely. But, when you smash a like on a channel, the more likes that you get, the better, because it keeps you towards the top of search ratings. And it means new viewers find the channel more easily. So if you're on main, switch over to John and Pete and make sure you give them the thumbs up as well. Or if you're on Pete's and John's, likewise, go around and give the thumbs up to everybody, because as I say, it does mean a lot. And I do thank everybody who does subscribe to my channel. I do not take it, I don't take it for granted. I do really appreciate it. And, the channel's only going to grow. The only way is up, as Yazoo once said, and that's the only way it is up. So
there you
thank
are.
you very much, guys.
Jimenez, DM Andre to Wolves. Interesting with Joe Gomez.
Yeah, he is. Yeah.
Tomorrow, says Julie. Absolutely great show. Cheers, Julie. Good night, guys. You as well, Stephen. Watch quite a few of your videos. John, pretty good, man.
Thank you very much.
On to TTR tomorrow. Well, they are going live for 12 hours tomorrow. So all the best of them tomorrow for 12 hours of the transfer deadline day. They're looking to raise money for charity as well. So do give any donations. I'm sure they will feel really, really appreciated as well. Thanks for the chat, everyone, and good night. Look out for the chat when Kate said, "Who did I get to see?" And good night, guys. Well, what's with the new UCL project? I don't get it. It's very strange. Same with the Carabao Cup draw. I talk sports shape of the chat when it's on. Siblings could be a good laugh. Troy Dini, the new Fabrizio Romano of Guy signs. Guy has played really well for Palace in the last 2 games. He's been terrible. Never believe what Alice Crooks did on Talksport full of shite. I'm looking at possibly to do a transfer show to discuss the incomings at the weekend if you guys are available. I'll let you know if I've got anything on, Jason.
Jason, I'm surprised you're not getting John Power on.
Thanks, boys. Great show. Whatever happens in the next year, so whatever it is, with the lads. If I don't see you through the week, I'll see you through the windows. Good night, everyone, and take care. You as well, Julie, as well. So I'm still looking. Hopefully, I will be on there tomorrow to look at some of the as part of the transfer deadline day. You will be notified about that. Saturday, there looks like there could be 2 shows. One of them is preview to Spurs, and the other one is going to be, of course, the Crazy Pitties football live show at 8:00.
I tell you what, guys, if you've got spare time tomorrow or when you're on your breaks, if you're at work or whatever, tell you what's good to watch. Go on to the BBC app or website. Go on the live text when they do the transfers. You get a laugh on that every time there's a transfer deadline day. I always like reading that. I think it's hilarious because people will put on there, I've just seen such and such down the fish shop. He's ready to sign. I've just seen him going into Greg's, or I've just seen him getting off the train. And the amount of rumours that people make up, it's absolutely hilarious. So it's brilliant, So, yeah, just have a look through that. It really is good when you've got a spare minute. It does make you laugh. Some of the stuff that people put down on there. I mean, somebody said once they saw Cristiano Ronaldo coming out the fish shop in Manchester.
Oh, God.
With his sausage and chips.
Oh, bloody hell. Well, guys, we're going to wrap up now. If you have enjoyed tonight, give us the thumbs up. That does keep us up those search results on YouTube. So remember to hit those likes. Really, really appreciate that we get the likes, and so important as well. Please, of course, if you are brand new to the channel, if you're not yet subscribed and you enjoy what goes on week in, week out, hit that subscribe button. Free to do so. It does help make the channel grow. And hit that bell notification. It does let you know whenever we are live. Or when there's a pre-recorded video. Well, that notifies you what comes up on the channel week in, week out. So you make sure you hit that bell to make sure you do not miss anything as well. If you'd like to give a donation, feel free to do so. If you want to become a member, it's 99p. Hit the join button to become a member, and you'll be put into a prize draw as well. And please do drop a sub to John Sinclair TV and It's All Black and White TV, as they stream share the show to their channels as well. So there you are. BBC was entertaining last spotting John in an overcoat and sheets at Old Trafford buying a season ticket. Oh God, it's always a bloody fish shop. Andy Howe is lying in the swoop for Dwight Gale. Oh God, just seen Tonali and Weatherspoon says Colts. Hey guys, well then guys, we'll see you all later, everyone. Enjoy the
Weatherspoons game. That's why somebody's buying them drinks.
Oh Jesus!
You ever played the Weatherspoons game?
No.
That's great. It's great fun.
Oh well. Well then, guys. Until next time, we'll see you all later, everyone. Hopefully, we'll get something in tomorrow. So we'll just wait and see what happens. But until then, guys, we'll see you all later. Take care, everyone. Good night, all.
Are we the lads and lasses?
We're the lads and lasses. Take care, guys.
See you there, guys. Take care.